Okay, so I'm going to cover open G tuning today. I'm going to show you how to get familiar with it, basically. How to get to open G tuning, how to play a blues rhythm, a blues scale to play with that blues rhythm, to play lead with, a country rhythm, and a country scale. So try to cover a little ground here, and but it's what you need to get started and really get familiar with it. So when you play an open G, you typically strum the chord with the bottom 5 strings, and it's basically when you're in standard tuning, you lower the low E string and the high E string, both those strings, down to a D, one whole step. So it's the E's, high E and low E, you tune down to a D. The A string, the 5th string, you tune down to a G. So it's you tune down to D on the high and low string, and then to a G on the A string, the 5th string. All right, and so we're gonna start out with this blues pattern, and there it is at 1 minute and 11 seconds. If you want to refer back to it, I'm gonna try to hold it still so you can see it, and if you want to get a screenshot of it, you can watch it on your TV or a screen, a bigger screen. If you have a computer, you can see it there. So there, in that pattern, I'll just play it for you, and then I'll tell you a few things about it. Okay, so on the 1 chord, you start out, you're playing open on the 5th string, and then open, and then the 2nd fret of the 4th string. You do that, and then when you go up to the 4 chord, it's 5th fret on the 5th and 4th strings. I don't know if I said that before. It's 5th string open, then 4th string O2 on the, when you're playing, that's the G chord, the 1 chord. And then we're going to go to the C chord, the 4 chord. It's 5th fret on both the 5th and 4th strings, and you go to the 7th fret on the 4th string, back and forth. So just like it is in this tablature right here, that is the 4 chord right there, 3 minutes and 5 seconds. Then we're going to go to the 5 chord, which is going to be the D. That one you do a little different. We're going to do that one. It's O2 and O4. It's similar like if you're in the key of E on regular tuning. You could play it a different way. Also, you could play up on the 2nd fret, just like you're playing this one. I like it down here. And then turn around. So just, you follow the regular pattern, but that's how you play those. The turnaround it's the 4th string, you do 3, 2, 1, open, and then you play the 5th string open each time. So it's 3, 3, 2, 2, 1, 1, open. Walk it down on the 4th string. 3, 3, 2, 2, 1. 3, 3, 2, 2, 1, 1, open. And then you strum the 7th fret, the 5 chord. You don't have to do the high strings if you don't want to. So that's the blues pattern in open G. And then if you want to play lead or play a scale, here's a blues scale that we're going to go over so this is a pentatonic minor blues scale in the key of G. So the way I've got this one, it's starting on the high, we're working our way down. This is the 5th fret, 3rd fret, and then you go to the, that's on the 1st string, it's 5, 3, and then on the 2nd string it's 3, 1, 3, open, 3, and then back to that tonic note. That's your tonic note, the open G string, the 3rd string, and then the 5th fret of the 1st string. Playing the 3rd fret of the top 2 strings. If you're in regular tuning, you can even play it when just like you're in regular tuning on these middle strings here. If you know that scale, 3, 5, 3, 5, 7, 6, 6, 8. That's just like you're in regular tuning if you're on those 3 strings right there. So it's the same notes. Okay, so that is kind of a brief introduction to the blues and open G. Now we're going to look at a country pattern. Now this is actually a pattern. I have a song on my playlist called I Ain't Hank 3, or it's about Hank Williams Jr. Just put Hank 3 in a search on my videos, the word Hank and then the number 3, and you will find this pattern right here. It is 3 chords again, and you start out, you're strumming a G chord. Okay, so this is at 7 minutes and 7 minutes and 14 seconds of the video if you want to refer back to this pattern right here, to this tablature. Okay, so the way you play this, it's an alternating bass. It's the 5th string and then the 6th string open. So that's, you play the 5th string, strum the bottom 4 strings, play the 6th string, strum those strings. Same thing, then you go to the 5th fret, you just bar the whole thing, just like that. If you ever saw Dolly Parton playing guitar, she would just play in open tunings and she would just bar the whole thing. You'd be like Dolly Parton, you didn't even know it. So it's the 5th string and the 6th string, and you have the whole thing barred. Go back to the 1 chord, then 7th fret. So when it's open, I'm kind of muting it in between. Instead of going like that, or you can also go. Like that rhythm. But it's, let's go back to, sorry. That's the whole thing right there. And here's the tablature again for that. It's 9 minutes and 30 seconds of the video. And then if you see at the very end there, that is the scale we're going to look at right there. And where it says tonic, that's your tonic note. That is your G note. So that's the open 3rd string and the 5th fret of the 1st string. That's your tonic note. So let's see. So we're starting on the 4th fret O2, then O2 on the 3rd fret, then slide up to 4, 3, 5, 5, 7, 5. It works to bend up on 7 for some reason. So you don't have to, you can just, even without doing the they work on that alternating bass and then playing lead. It's kind of fun. So that is it. That's the whole deal. You've got the blues pattern, country pattern, some blues lead, country lead. That should kind of get you into it. And I would work on those, and then maybe figure out the G major. The scale I just showed you. It's like a blues scale, but starting on the G note instead of the E. It's that same scale. So what we're doing is really playing a G major pentatonic. And then in the other scale is a minor pentatonic scale, the blues scale. So you can hear that. And so you can learn the major and minor pentatonics. It's just something you want to figure this stuff out on your own too. You know, it's good. I'm happy to give it all to you, but at the same time, it doesn't do you justice if I spoon feed you everything. So you want to go in, if you're really into guitar and you want to be good, learn those scales up and down the neck and experiment with it. And I'm playing with thumb pick and finger pick. You can use your fingers, but don't skip this alternating bass. You can do a whole lot with that. You'd be surprised it'll really sound good if you get that down, and you can do a lot of things with that, and especially if you get where you can play the scales while you're doing that. So like you could do the vocals, then make up some lyrics like I did to that pattern, play some lead, and you got a song, and add it to your repertoire, and it'll sound good, and it'll sound like you because you're playing it the way you play it, and that's what you want to do. You want to develop your own style, and your, you could copy everybody in the world. It's great. Just try to figure out why they're doing what they're doing, what it is. Is it a chord? Is it based on a scale? What are they playing? And you don't want to just do the player piano, push the buttons on it and reading tablature only. You want to figure out what it's all about and then develop your own sound. And that's really that's what if you're copying, Jimi Hendrix, and you learn all this stuff, and then say he was alive and you met him, he says, that's great. But he would tell you himself, you need to develop your own style. That's all my style. It's really, you want to go beyond that. And that's what all these people that are B.B. King, Jimi Hendrix, Stevie Ray, if you got to know any of them while they were alive, and you knew all their songs, they'd be impressed with that. But they would encourage you to develop your own style, to use their ideas, to expand on and do your own thing. So sorry I got a little long-winded there. Hope this is a good lesson for you. And click all the buttons, click the subscribe. I'll be doing more lessons, and so take care. Thanks.